Hey, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Let me get that out the way. Good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? Thank you very much for joining me, Dr. Dietrich Gorman, America's Relaxation Doctor, on another episode of Relax Well with Dr. Dietrich. You can actually join me every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, where I'm going to be talking about different topics concerning relaxation, stress reduction, recipes, and of course, once a month I have a special guest just to spice things up a little bit. So please come on in and join me, and let's see who's going to be joining the room or joining in the room tonight. Just want to make sure I'm getting things together. Very good. But, thank y'all for joining me here tonight. Please share this live stream, especially if you know of someone who is particularly stressed or having some anxiety, because I'm going to be talking about techniques that can actually help with that. And you may not know too much about it. And it's actually called grounding. And before I go a little bit further, I just want to say, just put it out there that Mother's Day is coming up. It's around the corner. And I actually have a special offer that you can view at www.gratefulformama.com. Gratefulformama.com. I'll talk a little bit more at the end of the live stream about it. Okay, so for tonight's topics, let me see, make sure I'm not missing anybody who's coming in. I see a couple of people are joining in. Thank you, Kasali, for joining. Um, so, like I said, tonight's topic is about grounding. And you might be like, well, what is grounding? Okay. And I'll educate you a little bit about it. But I'm not talking about like the electrical engineering grounding and lightning rods and the path of low resistance for lightning to dissipate into the earth. Not that kind of grounding, okay? But and I'm also not talking about the slightly different concept of being grounded or being connected with the earth physically, recharging your energy, strengthening your instincts, and all that stuff, which is very important, by the way. But what I'm going to talk about is a little bit, it's kind of similar to it, but not exactly. But this is more so for mental health, anxiety, centering, that kind of thing. And this is actually to help you distract from the unpleasant thoughts and to help you actually refocus and create a mental space that's kind of free from the feelings that are distressing to you. Okay. And, before I get started, I actually, want to, be a little transparent. Yes, I'm America's Relaxation Doctor. Yes, but I'm not always relaxed. Okay, I get stressed. I get anxious. I get frustrated. I get overwhelmed. I get all of that, and I just don't float around. All happy all day, looking cute. Without any issues or none of that stuff. But in other words, I do get stressed. And that's why I know it's very important to find ways that are, constructive and not destructive to your mental well being, to your physical health, and to others, and to help yourself when that anxiety or those anxious moments hit you, because it will happen just like it happens, to me. So don't be ashamed to state that you have stress and issues and all that stuff. Okay, so let's talk about grounding for relaxation or decreasing distressing thinking. And you can use grounding to help get your mind off of what's causing you distress and refocus on what's happening in the current moment. So you want to bring yourself back to the current situation in the current moment, getting your mind into the present. And this can be very beneficial for people who they're experiencing anxiety, memories from trauma, PTSD, uh, harmful flashbacks, urges to harm yourself, that kind of thing. So, hey Alexa, thanks for joining. For some reason, I'm not seeing. I have my phone here with me, but I don't see like the live comments. Well, maybe there's not any, but it's just how it is. I'm looking at my cell phone, so I see Stephanie too. Thank you so much, Steph. Okay, so I'm going to discuss with y'all 5 techniques that can potentially be of real benefit for y'all who are trying to uh, help with your anxiety and those things that I mentioned. And granted, some of the things may seem a little bit different, but just hear me out first and see if it might be something that you can partake in. Because again, it's finding different modalities and different techniques to help you manage your anxiety and your stress. There's not a definitely not a one size fit all treatment, if you will. Okay. So the first one is the 5-4-3-2-1 method for grounding. And basically, this is when you work backwards from the number 5 to number 1 using your senses. So you're gonna sit there or stand there if you're in a panic attack or if you're really anxious. You're gonna list 5 things that you see immediately. So I'm at home right now. I see the wall. I see a lamp. I see scissors. I see a mouse. I see uh, a hole puncher. So you see, I'm getting my mind trained to like focus on different things. I'm not thinking about being anxious. Then you're gonna go to 4 things that you can actually touch. If you have 4 things there, so I'm picking up my back scratcher, I'm picking up the mouse, um, I'm, I'm, I'm touching my phone, I'm touching this highlighter. Um, then you're gonna list 3 things that you can actually hear. So I heard the air conditioning, I hear the hum of the refrigerator, I hear my voice, and then 2 things that you can smell. So we're working down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 things you can smell. I smell collards or dinner. I'm not sure what that is actually. And then I smell my lavender. I have lavender here, so I'm focusing on that. And then 1 thing that I can taste. And if there's nothing that you can taste an immediate, think of something that is very tasteful for you, and just kind of think about that. So that's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. I don't know if anybody has heard of that before. Hey Susie, please thanks for joining. Please comment. I see you say this technique works. If you feel comfortable commenting, that's great. But thank you for sharing that this technique works. Thank you very much. The second one is kind of jumping off of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is using your touch, but it's a little bit more in depth. Some people carry like a crystal with them or a rock or some other type of object that kind of pulls it all together and kind of grounds you, literally grounds you. So when you're holding this object, I want you to look at it first. Look at the colors, look at the ridges, look at the specks. If it's painted, look at the paint colors. How does it feel to you? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it rough? Just kind of really get involved and focused on what you're holding. It's kind of distracting from everything else that's going around you. Is focusing you on this object, and you're really using your sense of touch to really get more of a grasp of this object. Can you see how that's distracting? Hey, Dr. Erica, thanks for joining. And hey, Mary, hey, thanks for joining. Okay, so that's one object or one thing, doing the touch thing. The third one is actually playing with yourself like the naming game. So pick one category. For example, list all of your favorite TV shows. So you're just going to list them, past and present. Just start listing in. Martin, The Simpsons, Living Single, Little House on the Prairie, Matlock. Just start thinking about all these TV shows, past and present, that you really like and appreciate. So I'm telling you more about myself. I really loved Little House on the Prairie growing up. I don't know if any of y'all have out there. So if you have, put that in the chat as well. That was one of my favorite shows. I'm just putting it out there. Other suggestions are like your favorite places to travel. Just start listing them. Your favorite foods, your favorite songs, favorite funny movies, things that make you laugh when you just think about it. So just start listing them. Places that you've always wanted to travel, maybe you haven't gone there. Animals, there's a whole list of animals, fruits. Just kind of pick a category and just start naming things, and you'll see how this kind of gets your mind off of the stressing thought and puts it on a more productive thought, or just thoughts that make you feel good. To be honest with you, and it's focusing your mind and your thinking on that. The fourth way is to uh, be aware of or feel your body. So you can be sitting or standing and just really start to pay attention to your body the way it is right now. What are you doing? Is your weight focused on both feet? You can start from your toes to your head or your head to your toes. Um, do you feel your toes in your shoes or in your socks, or are you barefoot? Do you feel your legs? Are they crossed? Do you feel your stomach? Do you feel how you're breathing? Are you deep breathing? Do you feel your heart beating? Do you feel your pulse? If you have longer hair, do you feel your hair on your shoulders? If you're wearing glasses, do you feel how the glasses are sitting on your nose or cupped around your ears? Just be in tune with your body. Just think about what your body is doing and see if you feel anything. And then the fifth way is actually to recite something. So is there a favorite poem that you've memorized, back in the day or currently if you read? Is there a favorite Bible passage that you can think of, or is there a quote that you like to recite to yourself when things get tough, or when things make you, or make if it makes you feel well? Just say it in your mind. You can say it a couple of times, or if you want, you can speak it out loud. So there's actually many different ways to practice these grounding techniques. I've only mentioned five. There's a lot more, so please look into that. And I know I mentioned earlier in this live stream that it's different than a little bit different than being what's called grounded. But another suggestion I would like to kind of incorporate with that concept is to literally go outside, sit in a chair or stand in nature with your shoes off, touching the ground with your feet, deep breathing, feeling the wind on your face and your arms and your legs, feeling the sun on your body and hitting your skin, listening to the birds, just being in nature and just being and being connected that way. So I feel that that would be a great way to help with your stress and anxiety. And I think that's about it. And I just want to give y'all one final thought, though. In all seriousness, I would definitely encourage you to talk with your healthcare professional and seek help, seek counseling. If there's any anxiety, PTSD, trauma, or any of that sort of thing, the things that I've discussed with y'all, it doesn't take the place of medical treatment, but it can be complementary for sure. So if you need help, definitely need help. I'm probably gonna get a therapist myself, to be honest. And it's just more of a multifaceted approach to treating your anxiety or any stress or trauma that you're undergoing. So I think that's it for now. Let me see if there's any comments. Susie says the 5-step technique helps, especially with the younger generation. It's easier for them to grasp what is supposed to be done to help assist with grounding. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's all the comments for tonight. But like as I mentioned earlier, Mother's Day is around the corner. So please go to gratefulformama.com to view a very special offer for Mother's Day. I'm leaving y'all in suspense. Y'all got to look at it, but it's a wonderful offer. It has some free bonuses. And I'm telling you, when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, Dr. Dietrich, she's done it again. I really want to get this for my mom. So gratefulformama.com, gratefulformama.com. Again, I'm Dr. Dietrich, America's Relaxation Doctor. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I will see y'all next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, see y'all. Bye.